good evening. How is everybody doing tonight? Looks like I should have sound here. So, who all we got in the chat? Goodness sakes. Let me do it this way. Deer Park Farmstead, From Zero to Homestead, Geeky Gardens, Getting Started on Homesteading, Half Acre Dreams, Howling Dog Ranch, Amanda Eater, I think, Jim Beer, good to see you, Lever Guns, Little Creek Homestead, I never say this right, Marie's Vegetable Garden.
Yeah, Mary would be M-A-R-Y, I would think.
Well, it can be an I-R-Y.
You're right. We'll find out when we get down to Florida.
Mary Beth Smith, Mimsey's Garden.
She called you Professor Darrell.
PG Nano Farm. Runner Creek Farm, Sakima's Ridge Homestead. Sparkle Farm. Silver's Homestead, Sugar Creek Homestead of Tennessee. Not to be confused with Sugar Creek in Ohio, I suppose.
That's right.
Twin Cedar Farm. All right. Gosh.
And quite a few of them say they've been updating their channel because of you on Thursday nights.
Oh, okay. Well, wonderful, I think. So let me, we had some questions come in via email. And they are, how do you move your playlist to the top row of your landing page? I'm going to make the assumption that when you are on the home page of your YouTube page, this is what they're talking about, and they want to move playlists up right underneath the row of the titles. That's my assumption with that question. Second one is, how do you add links to your page banner? And the third question that came in is, how do you add text to your banner, or do you have to create the banner and then upload? So we can address all of those. And let's start out with modifying your home page. So let me, and I just have ours up here. I'm not necessarily going to change anything, but I'm going to show you how it's done. You need to be signed in. So you are the owner of your channel. This is your channel homepage. And when you get to that, there is an icon that shows up here. It says Customize Channel. And that is what you want to click on to make changes into your channel. So we'll do that here. All right. There are two landing pages. So you want to make sure that you know where you are and maybe make changes to them both. So you can view as yourself, or you can view it as a returning subscriber. So one is a new visitor, a returning subscriber. So the new visitor, and let's touch on that one first, because we've, and I may not be able to.
Turn your volume up a little bit more, please.
Okay, I can do that. Does that help with the volume a little bit? All right. Okay, we'll turn it up here a little bit. This shows what the page looks like to a. I'm going to say it should show what it looks like to a returning subscriber. However, because we have a live stream going, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit of an oddball, so I may not be able to show that directly. Let's go back, and we're going to go back into Customize Channel. You have the ability here to put a featured content, video, or playlist for returning subscribers or for new visitors. So for new visitors, we have this a little about us that we've had here. It's probably about time we make a new one of these. But this is something Sherry and I created that talked a little bit about us, and we did this about a year ago. And it's got 5,300 views. Surprises me. So anyway, this is featured for somebody that is new to our channel. If they come into our channel, this is the page that they get. They see a little about us. Right underneath that, they see Monday Night Live with Guests, a playlist. Underneath that, Filmora video editing. Underneath that, they see a cooking playlist. Then they see a creative playlist, which kind of lists all of them. Then we have another playlist of Homesteaders of America 2017 conference. We have a homestyle dinner collaboration. The uploads playlist, and for those of you that are in here, that we talk about this on Thursday evenings. Your uploads playlist is the exact same thing as what you get when you go to the videos page. A couple more playlists. If you get down here to the bottom, you're going to see you can add a section. Now the question was, how do you move your playlist to the top row of your landing page? This is one landing page where you're in it as new visitors. If they've already subscribed to you, they won't see this page. They will see this page. So in here, these playlists, although these are the same playlists as what you saw on the other one, they're not even all the same. But they're close. We just added all those.
People says PSA that doesn't work with the YouTube app.
Doesn't work with the YouTube app.
PSA.
Okay, when you say YouTube app, are you referring to your phone app?
That was people that said that.
And I guess I need to maybe kind of stress ahead of time. I do not edit videos with a phone. It's all I can do to watch videos with a phone. I happen to have an iPhone. It does not have a very big screen on it. Certainly does not have a keyboard on it that I can even begin to use. I talk about hand picking on a keyboard. I don't know how you folks do it on the phone.
From the phone, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I do not know how you folks do it from just a phone. I'm sorry, I just do not. I would have to run to the library and sit on somebody else's computer and come in and make changes. So predominantly, everything I say here is going to be from a Windows perspective, because I do not have any Mac computers here. And it's this will apply from a laptop or a desktop or any Windows computer. I'm going to say that it also works with for example, a Microsoft Surface, which is a kind of a tablet computer. And I know people that have worked this with tablets too. But again, I don't have one, so I don't know that I can't give absolutely, positive information as to a phone or even a tablet. From a Windows PC, that's what we can do here. So anyway, let me continue. You can add a section. When you add a section, it wants to know what you want to put here. And you have where you can select content. So under videos, you have popular uploads, like videos, posted videos, live now, upcoming live streams, past live streams, playlists, created playlists, all these channel subscriptions, custom grouping, recent activities, recent posts. There's a whole host of things you can add into here.
Goldshaw Farms uses Rush to edit Instagram videos on his phone. And Adobe just came out with a really good app to edit videos on your phone.
Okay.
It's called Rush.
Well,
Daryl doesn't do Instagram. Daryl doesn't do Twitter. Sherry does those.
And Sherry can sit in his seat if you folks would like to know some Twitter things and Instagram things.
Oh no, I'm very basic on that. You know, I'm not. Nope.
But no, I'm not a very good tweeter. If she gets me logged into it and I can type hello, I'm doing good. So anyway, getting back to this, we're gonna just show. We're gonna say.
People says, by the way, thank you. I made changes to my page based on your review. Immediately saw results in the number of subs. Thumbs up, people.
Well,
very good.
Good. Congratulations.
Geeky, we don't have a 48-inch TV that we use, so you're more than we are.
So I'm going to just click on past live streams. And so it has created this right here. It can have a layout as a horizontal row or a vertical list. In which case it does it like this. It gives you a preview. If you like the layout that it's done and that's what you want, you just click done. If you don't like this, well, you can go back in and you can change. So let's say a single playlist. This is where then you have to choose a playlist. And obviously you have to go find it. So I will just pick this one at random. This is a gardening, and again, it has the layout where you can have it either vertical or just simply change that to a horizontal row. If you're happy with what you've done, just click the done button and it's there. If you decide, no, I don't want to do that, hit cancel, and it's gone. You go right back to where you were. Now, as far as moving these playlists around on your page, if you just hover over the playlist, you will come in the upper right-hand corner of each of these boxes. And I'm going to just say that these are put, each of your playlists or different page content things are put into a box. You'll see a little up arrow key and a down arrow key. So if I want to move this created playlist box above the cooking, I would simply go to the up arrow key and click it. And it just moved it up. And of course, if I want to put it back the way it was, I just click that one. If I want to edit this, there is a little edit button. So I can change this. So I'm now looking at, I can take my cooking playlist, I can decide oh, I don't want it, I can trash it, I can change it to a different playlist. And if you decide, oh, that's not what I wanted to do, just hit cancel. It's right back to where it was. So you could come in and just hit this little, and I suppose this is worth noting, on Monday Night Live with guests is the top playlist. And there is no up arrow button, just the down. I mean, I can move it down, but I can't move it up because it is at the top. And if I wanted to change it, if I wanted to edit it, I just click on the little pencil icon, and that's where I can go in and change any of that, or just delete it. Just when I say trash it, you're not deleting your playlist. Please understand that your playlists are located in a different area. This is strictly a pointer to those playlists. Your playlists are located under the playlist tab, located right about here. And I'm hoping you'll see the little circles going around, but and for new visitors, because they are different. You could have totally different landing pages, and you probably do on for new visitors. I think, now this is a personal thing, once they're subscribed to you, they won't see this page anymore, but this is their first time here, new visitors. So you can choose to make this page identical as to the returning subscribers, or make this one a little bit special, like we did in this case. We put in a little info type video that says a little about us, so anybody that they're not subscribed, this is where they come when they come to our channel. They have this video sitting right here in front of them. If they want to learn a little bit about us, they can not only click on the About tab, on the Videos tab, but they also have this video right in front of them that they can click that gives them a little bit of information about Sherry and myself. So I think we'll kind of, hopefully we have answered at this point how we move things around on the page or add things to the page as far as underneath the row of tabs here. As I mentioned, for playlists, this is where you create playlists. This is where you can add to, delete, make any changes to description on your playlist. The About page is one that I frequently talk about in our Thursday night generalized reviews. And this is where you put in some information about yourself. 1 or 2 paragraphs is all you need. You don't need them real long. You're not, I'm not sure if there is I'm sure there's a limit of some type in here, but I know I've seen rather lengthy ones. You want them to be able to read this in just a very short period of time, because people have got a very short attention span. And I'm not saying that as a dig to anybody. It's just a fact. If it takes them too long, they just don't read it. The majority of people.
Little Creek is asking, how do you keep that intro video on your About page? It's not on our About page, is it?
No, it's not on the About page. That is on the home landing page. In other words, if somebody just comes in and they come to our channel and they are not subscribed, they would be considered a new visitor, and that's where this video is located. It's right on the very top. And of course I can change that. But it also says right here, this video is only shown to people who aren't subscribed. And of course, we can edit this. And they call this your channel trailer. I can change it or I can remove it. So this is what is considered to be your channel trailer. Once they're subscribed to you, then this is the page that they get.
How do you put it there?
It's already there.
Well, Vicky's asking, how do you put it there?
Okay.
So it stays there stagnant, I guess, is what she means.
Well, if you go in to edit your pages, you go in and click for new subscribers. There should let me borrow Smudge's page here for a second. So I've now signed in as Smudge at Two Family Homestead, and I want to go to Smudge's homepage. So there we go. All right, so I am in Smudge's homepage, signed in as Smudge. I'll go into Customize Channel, and I need to go in for new visitors. And for new visitors, this is how it should show up if you've never ever put anything here. Here's where you put a channel trailer. So this is, you can put some wording in here, tell unsubscribed users what your channel's about. Keep it snappy and try to make it 1 minute or less. Check out the best practices for some inspiration. So let's just look real quick what they're saying as best practice. Okay, this brings you into the YouTube Creators tab. And I wanted to see where I was at. And they're giving us short videos to look at here on what YouTube's recommendations are on creating and customizing your channel, your brand. And folks, this YouTube Creators is a good place to get a lot of information. So this is this happens to be lesson 3. Lesson 1 is welcome to YouTube, and then lesson 2 is YouTube basics. Lesson 3 is brand your channel, and lesson 4 is an introduction to the policies and guidelines. And then they even give you a question and answer thing. So each of these topics don't take a lot of time. I'm not going to sit here and play this information, but the way we got here was best practices. It's already here. Smudge has not created anything on his channel. Now, if I want to add a channel trailer, obviously I need to have some sort of video. The only video I even have on his channel right now is the promo video we did for Smoky Ribs Barbecue. And I did that just to show people how to do it. So since it's here, I'm going to click it, and we're going to hit save. And that video is now here. So if you are a new visitor coming to Smudge's YouTube channel, which is really not an active channel, although he does have 15 subs, and I'm sure he would thank every one of you folks that subscribe to him.
Mm-hmm. Drool
on them, or
sit on them,
or keep their toes warm when he sits on their feet. So this would then be his trailer. Anybody that had never subscribed, this is what they would see. If they were subscribed, if they were one of those 15, this is the default that they would see. So I'm going to go back into this. I'm going to take this out. I'm just going to click Remove Trailer. And this is the default here that you see for...
Angela's one of Smudge's fans.
Okay, great. So this is the default you will see for the add for new visitor section of a home page. And then of course you can add sections down here. And this is just like I showed you with before, where you are selecting your content. It gives you different things. You can add, and I'm going to say find playlists, Smudge's favorite. So there is a playlist that I've added. If I click done, so now when a new user, or not a new user, but a new user to Smudge, or a new potential subscriber to Smudge, goes into his homepage, he's going to see this trailer once we have a trailer uploaded. And under that, he'll see a playlist. He would probably then go into the about, and I see he's gotten another subscriber.
Yes.
He has gotten another subscriber. Well, and Smudge, thanks you very much.
Twin Cedar Farms just subscribed.
So this is where you give the little description about yourself, and to edit that, there's the little pin here. You just scroll over that area, and now you can put whatever you want to do in there. We'll say done. You can add an email address here, and of course you can add links down at the bottom. Now, I know some people will put links in the description, and that's just not, I would not put them there. I would put the links clear at the bottom. There's a place for them here. And then, if you notice, and the reason I wanted to show you this, for custom links, you can overlay the first, and you can pick a number, custom links on channel art. Well, folks, your channel art is your banner up here. So I'm going to add a link, and I'm going to say two-family homestead. No, well, I'm going to just say my peoples. I got to think like Smudge. My peoples. And I think I can do it this way.
Half Acre Dreams, this is where I need help. Channel art.
Okay. So here's what happened. I'm going to open this in a new tab, so you can all see that this has taken me to our channel, the Two Family Homestead channel. That's where it's taken me. But in addition to that, because I said add this link to the channel art, it's also up here. So we have just added a link on the banner. Now, I can edit the links up here, or I can edit the channel art, which is the banner. I do that up here with the little pencil. But this is how you tie links from your About page to the banner. We'll go back to the home page. For return subscribers, if you notice, that link is still in his banner. Now, I can go and edit the links. And if you notice, it brings you right back into this area. And I think it's important that you understand that. This is the place that originates the links for your channel art or for your banner. So now if I choose not to overlay any, you notice the link is still here, but it should be gone, and it is. It's gone on the banner. Okay, so we have we've added a playlist. If you notice, the uploads is here by default. This is on the top row of everybody's page by default. Go in and just, after you've added some content, just go in and move it down. And that's all there is to it. For those of you that we've talked with on Thursday nights, just take this uploads and move it down. You can also edit this. You can delete it. I'm not gonna delete this one because obviously we use this for some teaching. Smudge's favorite, we'll go ahead and we will eliminate that one. So it's gone, but I did not, that does not remove the playlist. Playlists are here.
Mimsy's Garden. Is there a good app for adding music that is not prohibited by copyright laws? I know the video editors have music, but just wondering.
The absolute best place to get music is go into Creator Studio. And this is in the Creator Studio Classic. It may be in the beta there too, I'm not sure, but I knew where it was here. And at the very bottom, almost at the very bottom, there is a Create tab. If you click on your Create tab, all the music you see in here is free to use for any of your videos. Now, having said that, some of this music requires an attribution to indicate where it's from. But once you look at any of these, they will tell you very quickly. So if I go in to look at this particular tune called Art Ascent, it says you are free to use this song in any of your videos. At that point, you can download this and you can use it on any video that you would want to.
But she wants to know if there's any apps aside from the video editor music, which this is the video editor music, correct?
Well, this is not a video editor.
Okay.
No, this is where you can go in and pick music and download it. This does not add it to your video.
Okay, gotcha.
So you would download this and put it
To your computer or phone.
right.
Gotcha.
For those, and I'm just going to do it in this way, those that require attribution, and it states, once you look at the tune here, it says you're free to use this song in any of your videos, but you must include the following in your video description. So your description box under your video has to include everything that I've highlighted here. And what this does, this gives credit back to the author. He's taken his song and licensed it to the Creative Commons, and this is the source where the music has originally come from, and the artist info that they've done there, where they have done for their credits. So because I selected in the drop-down box up here, attribution is required, every one of these tunes that you're seeing on here requires a piece in the text box,
In the description.
in the description. And because an attribution is required, and because I don't have it in description, I'm not going to play any of these. Real simple.
Yeah.
But if the attribution is not required, then that means I can go into any of these and you can sample the music. You don't have to download it until you hear it. So you can download these, and this is where I start for Christmas music. I'll go in and I say do a search on holiday. Only show me holiday music, and that the attribution is not required. So when I create these playlists around Christmas time, where we get hours and hours of Christmas music, this is where I start. because I can download all of these songs, put it in a playlist on my computer where it goes into a random shuffle type program, and every one of these I can play, and it's free for me to use. Now, I will caution everybody here because we have been caught in it. Even though these are obtained directly 100% from the YouTube audio library, and attribution is not required, this will not prevent some overbearing, overzealous company stating that they are representing somebody else, and they have now taken, they're saying, okay, we're going to let your video play, but we're going to advertise it, we're going to put ads on it, and we are taking all the money. You just lost your rights to advertise your video. Your monetization is no longer valid on that video. We're taking it all. This is what typically happens by a number of these overzealous, I don't know the right word. Sherry's saying go on. I don't know the right word. I don't know what to call these jerks. You have the right as a content creator to dispute that. And from last Thursday night, we got hit. I had some music played in the background that I have 100% rights to do. And within an hour of shutting down that stream, I had a company that socked 5 claims against that. Let me, and to show you what happens when we do that. Okay, this was the video from last Thursday night. This is what it looks like in your Creator Studio. It says there's a copyright dispute. The dispute is in progress because I've disputed it. So I have rights to that. But here's what they've done, and there may be more added to this. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is what has happened. The claimant is AdShare MG for a third party or on behalf of Rockstar Music Company. AdShare MG for a third party on behalf of the same thing. They have taken different pieces out of that live stream and said they own the music, which they don't. But the person that actually is claiming this is not even the person that had the music, that created the music. They sign up hundreds of these little small creators, if you would, music creators, and said, we can get you money. You know, you tell us what music you have, and they match some X's and O's. And this AdShare, being a big company, has the back-end ability to go into YouTube and scan the videos without looking at them, without hearing them. They're all going by X's and O's, and if they find a match, they just automatically throw disputes up. Because from a content creator, I haven't lost anything other than the ability to monetize this particular video. It's still up. I have no creator strikes, no anything like that. Matter of fact, YouTube gives me the ability to take the music out of those songs with the little tiny editor that they have. I think that's the only way you can even get into that editor. But supposedly you can remove the songs, and then that dispute goes away, and then instantly your video is monetized again. But they have thrown this on, which has taken the monetization off for us. And I immediately disputed it, and they have 30 days to respond with either a yes or a no. They'll either remove their claim, or they'll say, oh no, it's our music. Well, at that point, that's when it gets a little touchier. And if they decide to do that, at that point, I may just take the video down and say, to hell with you, you're not getting a dime off of me. But that's up to the individual creators. All right, we wanted to go where?
You have a question, Daryl, can you tell how to add subscribe buttons I'm seeing on everyone's page? As Country Homestead Preacher.
Oh, okay, so in other words...
Probably on the homepage, maybe at the banner, maybe subscribe?
Well, let me just ask you, are you referring to the lower right-hand corner of a video you watch of theirs where it says subscribe or add? In our case, where smudge is there in kind of a translucent state. I don't see them responding here.
Nope, not yet. Okay.
Okay. If that's what your question is, what you...
Yes, he said yes.
Okay. So in your Creator Studio page, you're going to want to go to the tab on the left-hand side called Channel. And under that, there's one called Branding. And what this creates is a watermark on any video that is playing on your page. I believe that the absolute default picture there is subscribe, or little red box, subscribe here. This is an overlay of all of your videos. In our particular case, I took a picture of smudge, I made it translucent so you can see through it, and I uploaded that. I gave it a custom start time, so it's going to wait 10 seconds before it shows on the videos. It shows on all my uploads. So I can update it or I can remove it. But this is where that is done. That's under branding, under channel from your Creator Studio. That's how you get to that area. Okay, and I think the next question here was on. Well, let me go back and look. Okay. How do you move your playlist to the top row of your landing page? I think we've addressed that. How do you add links to your page banner? I think we've addressed that. How do you add text to your banner, or do you have to create the banner and then upload? Okay. You need to create the banner and then upload it. This is all what you're seeing on this page. This is all one big picture. Matter of fact, let me see here if I can just locate that. All right. These are some different pictures that I've created for banner artwork. This is a picture Sherry took, and I sized it appropriately. And by adding an overlay, I created the wording. And this particular picture is laid out and sized so that it covers all three of the sizes that YouTube creates for your YouTube art, keeping this in the center and trying to make it look as good as possible on all devices. Done the same thing with some of these others. If you notice, two-family homestead, it's the exact same verbiage, but it's an overlay to allow some titling on the banner art. And I have the same thing here. So these were all done in paint.net. They could be done in Paint, they could be done in any picture editing program. There's nothing real fantastic about doing this. It's a question of creating layers and merging the two layers together. This is how I started to get to what I wanted. And this was actually created in Filmora. So I could come in here in Filmora, and I'm going to just bring in a a background. I'm going to go to the title page, and I'm just going to grab something here. Let's see what I have. And that'll work. And let's go in and edit this title. Let's see, I do not want that. Your title here, that's the one we'll change. So I'm going to get rid of this other line, so I'm just highlighting those and deleting them. Okay, and I need to and if you decide that you would like to create something in a program that creates thumbnails or for your channel banner, the part that you need in a 16:9 sample is about 1/2 of it. So just choose the top half or bottom half. That's where you want all your lettering to be. And I'm going to say this is probably pretty good. So I'm going to say OK. I'm going to play this to right here. This is, I'm going to utilize the lower half of this. That'll be the center part of my channel art. I'll now take a snapshot of that, which gives me like a thumbnail. And I'm just going to go ahead and get out of I'm not saving anything. I've just gone back to a blank area. You will find that snapshot, and again, we're referring to Filmora, wherever it saves your snapshots. Filmora, if you have a default install, is under Documents, under Show Filmora 9 if that's what you're using, under User Media, and then Snapshot. So right here is what we just created. So I'm going to open that in paint.net. Which is what I've done here. And I'm just going back in here. Somewhere here I have the here we go, channel art templates. This is the channel art templates, which you can download. This is the size that you need to use. So the overall size, the biggest one they use would actually be displayed on TVs, and that's a 2560 by 1440. I'm going to go back into here, and I'm going to resize the canvas. I'm not worried about the aspect ratio. And let me back up here for just a moment. I should have done this first. What I need to do is I need to kind of cut this in two based upon what I told you before. And here's why. I'm going to do a copy of this image, and I'm not going to paste it in here, but I'm going to say paste as a new layer. So this is the size, excuse me, this is the size image that I have now. And you can see it's not big enough. Now I can do some resizing. I can make it big enough. But if I do that, you can see that the wording is going to be too big for the center. This is a matter, excuse me, this is a matter of learning your programs and what you can do with them. But by having these templates here, you can make things fit. So if I come back into here and I want to resize this, and generally what I do is I take notes off to the side here. And I've not done that here simply because we're just kind of showing what's happening. I've now resized this image. So we're going to copy it. Copy. Come back over to this one. We'll go edit. Paste into a new layer. And now it's the same size as what the background is. I still need to move this as far as the text into the center area. But once this is done, once you've created the full-size image with the items that you want, to fit in this text and logo safe area, you're good to go. You take that entire picture and you upload that as your channel art. So if I go into this is the art that I uploaded for our current banner that fits right directly on top of it's the exact same size as what YouTube recommends you have. So when you go back to our channel, and we've uploaded that, this is what it looks like. So I know that's a real rough way of going through it, but we're kind of a little bit short on time here. And with that, I hope that has spawned some ideas in how you would want to maybe create some custom art.
Angela's asking how can she get her Filmora to update?
Okay. Does she have 9 or 8? As far as the program, Paint.net, that program will rival any photo editing program out there. And there is just absolutely tons of help. Just Google whatever it is you want to do and just put in that query, Paint.net, and you'll find out how to do it.
Angela has to go look.
Typical updates for Filmora is if you go to the Help tab with the program open, there is a selection that says check for updates. It says your current version is the latest version. However, if she still has Filmora 8 on her PC, she may have the latest version of 8. 9 is considered to be a new version. If she has the lifetime license, she's paid for this version. She just needs to go to the site and download it.
Version 8.
Okay. All you need to do is go to the site and download it. Because if you go into your help and check for updates, it's going to say you have the latest version. So Filmora 9 is actually considered to be, and it is, it's a new writing of the program. I will tell you this. If you go down, if you go and get version 9, download it, which I would recommend that you do. But if you have saved anything special in 8, there will have to be a conversion process to use it in 9. Now, they've made that very painless, but it is there. On my laptop, I have both versions. I have both version 8 and version 9. I wished I would have kept version 7, but I didn't.
Is that what I have on mine?
You have version 8 on yours.
Oh.
I've not put the latest on yours.
You sure it's 8?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's how you do that.
Will I lose projects I'm working on?
Pardon?
Will I lose projects I am working on?
Well, here's what happened to me. On my laptop, which what you're actually seeing on the screen here is on my desktop computer. But on my laptop computer, I had version 8. I just did an install of 9, and it created a whole new file area, which was just prefaced with Wondershare Filmora 9. If you look right here under Documents, Wondershare Filmora 9. This other Wondershare folder that you're seeing here is actually for Filmora Pro, which is a different writing, different program. On my laptop, I have a third folder that is the old Filmora version 8. So it's duplicated this entire process. I can still go in and launch version 8. But what it did was I have shortcuts like on my desktop, on the laptop, and it replaced those with 9. So all of the default ways to launch it no longer existed for me because it updated it to version 9. But I still had the program. So I could continue to use version 8. I have not, and that's when I also found out that, okay, if you have a project and you need to convert it to 9, there's a process it has to do to the files to do that. I'm guessing it has to do with locations. I'm guessing. I don't know that for a fact. I've not gotten into that. I've left everything alone. And I've just decided, okay, here's from this point on, I'm going to use 9. If I still need to get back into 8 for some reason, it's still there if I need to use it. So that's how I have approached it. And once you do install it, you will have to go in and register it. Let me also caution you with that. You would go into the help, and you would go into the offline activation. This is where it requires your email address and key and all of that, the licensed email and the registration code. And you put that in, and it just takes off all the watermarks and makes it work for you. That information is available on their website by you signing in. And there may have to be some interaction between your email and them, but it's available on their website. Okay, where we at? What's $195?
She's AT&T took $195 out of her money.
AT&T?
Yeah.
For why?
I don't know. She did a video on it. Guess we have to go watch and see. Oh God, my back is killing me.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So, any other questions we can briefly address here? We're well past an hour into this, so we need to.
Southern Ohio Prepping, they cannot find my info. I have bought a lot of effects from them to go with my software. I've used Filmora since 2016. Now I will have to pay again if I want to upgrade to 9.
Your current version should have the information that you need to do that. It should have, I know in their website they have, let me just see if I can get there real quick. We'll just get to their website in this fashion. So they have a place on their site right now where you can retrieve your product registration code. And here you put in either the email that you used to get that original license, or if you still have that order number, the order number. I need to get this over so you guys can see it. So I'm on their website. Let me back up. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I wasn't broadcasting this screen. So I'm on the Wondershare website in the support area. This is where you can retrieve your product registration code.
They said when they did the whole email thing, I was not online, so when I did get back online is when I found the problem. I went through this with them. I'll just stay with 8. I like it better.
Okay, well, like I say, you don't lose 8. So, but this is where you can go in and get your product registration codes. So in my case, so they have the order numbers and everything else. If you notice on this second line here, it may be very small for you to see. When I originally started with Filmora, it was on version 7.8. And so without ever paying another dime, I've continued that. We're now at version 9. And I also have picked up, because they made those of us that had this, that went way back, a real nice offer on this Filmora Pro, so I have version 1 with that. And then, of course, I can go in here and I retrieve the registration code and so on and so forth. So they've made their support center a little bit self-serving. Okay. Anything else? I think we're gonna call it an evening. I'm just glancing through the list here. Special thank you to all of our moderators that are out there. We always appreciate you guys, and see who's still in here. Deer Park Farmstead, From Zero to Homestead, Geeky Gardens, Getting Started on Homesteading, Half Acre Dreams, Howling Dog Ranch, Jim Beer, Lever Guns, Little Creek Homestead, Marie's Vegetable Garden, Mary Beth Smith, Mimsey's Garden, PG Nano Farm, Runner Creek Farm, Sakima's Ridge, Sparkle Farm, Silver's Homestead, Sugar Creek Homestead of Tennessee, Twin Cedar Farms. Thank you all for being here, and we will see you next week, right? No, Thursday night, if you'd like. We'll do our thing Thursday evening starting at 5 o'clock.
I hope I can.
All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good week, and we will see you later.